Hi all, my name is Rob Hansey. Join me on my adventures as I go fishing, diving, solo, or with friends and family. Whether I'm off the kayak, off the boat, or land-based. Welcome to Barefoot Fishing. Alright, how's it going everyone? So yeah, welcome to another episode, Barefoot Fishing. Just a bit of a shore dive today. So we've come out, we've got Goose the Slayer again.
Hi.
And old Tere in his undies this weekend.
Yeah, so we've come out for a dive. We're gonna have probably gonna have a fish. We'll see how it goes. So hopefully we have a good dive. Going for the normals. We didn't come too far, so we can take a few more Kina this time. And yeah, hopefully we come across some crays and maybe a fish or two to shoot with the gun. All right, let's get in there.
Come on.
Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode. So yeah, today, as suggested by the title, we're just out having some fun in the water, really. Nothing too serious. But yeah, we're getting in there, me, Jada, Tere, into it. So if you watched the previous episodes of my diving lately, you'll notice the bright orange garden gloves. Seems to be when I go out Kina diving, the proper diving gloves they just don't handle Kina at all. So when I'm going out for Kina or anything, when Kina is involved, I'll just use the garden gloves. So we've only really just got in. There's boulders and rocks all over the place with beautiful looking cracks. So yeah, just straight down and check it out. And we do have friends under here, but they are small, so gotta move on. There's my mate in his undies. So many rocks and boulders with just nooks and crannies everywhere, so it's just up and down for not even very far. So yeah, we're hoping to get a crayfish of a decent size somewhere. Another little hole here. It is in the shallows, but you can never count them out, so you've got to check every hole.
Well, haven't been in very long, but yeah, it's not looking not exactly promising. Well, Kina wise anyway. Bloody terrain down there is beauty for crayfish, but this is like more of a local spot, so everyone knows about it and everyone gets in. You can walk here as we did, so to be expected. But the Kina are shit, to be honest. They're skinny, but as you could see, there's no weed. It's just, yeah, it's all been smashed back. I need some more bloody Kina divers out here, man. But yeah, I've just parked up. I've been down and back, and I thought it was a good idea maybe just leave the gun back here, have a look around, and then get in. I saw a couple of snapper that, you know, shootable snapper, not huge, not big, but, you know, shootable. So yeah, every bloody time. So come back, I'm gonna pick up the gun and yeah, cruise back along and see how we get on. See, well, hopefully we see them again. Otherwise I'll lay some Kina down and go and frolic around with those other two for a little bit. They're picking Kina. I hope they're worth carrying. But yeah, that's the plan. We'll lay some Kina and go down, see what they're up to, give it 10-15 minutes, and then we'll come back and see if we can get a shot off. Alright, let you know how it goes.
So we're back in the water, and I've already got an idea of where I may want to set some Kina burley. I'm like looking around these rocks, but they seem kind of not a steep enough drop. They're not very high, but I know I can swim down behind them, up to them, and then sneak over the top and maybe go for a shot. But yeah, I carry on a little bit more. And then there's this rock here. It looks pretty good. It's got from the far side, I can get down to the seafloor, come along to the rock, come up and over and point and get a shot off at any snapper that are on the other side without too much distance, because there's a quick drop there. So yeah, just go over and drop my gun down and start burleying up, really, in hopes that some good snapper would come my way. Well, I reckon I've cut, picked, smashed and bashed enough Kina in that burley spot. So just move along, let it settle, and just look around. See this one, but I actually spook it so it gets away. Okay, it's game time. We've left the burley for a little bit and we've just come back. What I'm doing is just trying to keep my breathing even, keep my flippers from splashing in the water, approach the burley slowly, the rock slowly, peering over, and at first glance it doesn't look like too much. There is that one snapper there, might be just barely legal. Then this one pops his head around the corner, just enough for me to see him. I'm running out of breath, so I've got to stop and back up. I've backed off, and from what I can tell, I've not spooked him. So I've backed up, having a bit of a breathe up again, and just coming back from the same approach point. Same thing again from the first time around. Drop down to the bottom, come along to the back edge of the rock, slowly, quietly, up and over, right there. Oh yeah. Obviously, quite proud of myself.
Alright, that was a good, cool little dive. Kinas were shit, but yeah, eventually got us a okay snapper. Because it took a bit. I laid a Kina burley, and then went up a bit more, about maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then came back. I was chasing one, a little bit smaller than this one. I was chasing a snapper. I thought because it narrowed out, I might be able to get it as it's coming back. But yeah, obviously, you saw that I missed it. But yeah, and then we got to our rock where we laid the burley. We went down, came up went down quite far out, slowly crept in, came over the rock real slowly, and there was a couple little snapper that were legal size, but I was hoping for something a little bit bigger. And yeah, he popped his head around and he didn't see me, and I was out of breath. So I backed off, surfaced, breathed up, and went down again, and just poked in through that little gap, and he put his head there, and so I pulled the trigger on that, and yeah, he was stoned, and bloody happy with that. It's our first good snapper on the spear for our channel, so I'm bloody wrapped. I'm wrapped with that, so stoked. But yeah, anyway, here we go. Here's what we got. Here's our snapper. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next week when I chuck on the fishing side of things, if we do well, if we do okay anyway. All right, Barefoot Fishing out.